Hey everyone, welcome back to today's gratitude, not today's, Sunday's gratitude and affirmation practice. We're going to do Sunday, Monday, or yesterday, and today. If I have enough space on my phone, I have 25 minutes, so we'll see how much I get through. It has been a week to start a week. We are not using the B word, the B-U-S-Y word. Just not doing it. So, Sunday. Number one, gratitude. I'm grateful that I got to sleep in. We're working on it. Number two, grateful that I got to go on such a nice walk with Les Doggos. And number three, we had a lot of stuff that we got done. Okay, whole house vacuumed. Number four, laundry, fully done, put away, and bed sheets. All the bed sheets, all the towels. 5, dishes, kitchen, fully cleaned. What else did I do? Number 6, I did get to talk to John for a little bit on Sunday. That was really nice to catch up with him. I haven't had a conversation like that with him in quite a minute. I still need to get the 2 podcast episodes up. I did not have the opportunity to do another podcast episode with him. There was just so much that was going on Sunday. Number 7, I did talk to my aunt a little bit. I think I talked to my aunt briefly. Number 8, what else did I do on Sunday? Was that Sunday or was that Saturday? I think it was Sunday. Did I tell you guys? Third mic, okay? The third mic, it works. We have a working mic now. I'm so excited. If that was a one on Saturday, whatever, it can be another one on Sunday because I went through 3 mics. This has been like a month and a half journey. And we now have a working mic. So I'm very excited about that. I couldn't believe when I spoke into it and I heard my own voice in my ears. Oh, so exciting. So we're going to do singing at some point. There's quite a few things that I'm working through at the moment. Number 9 for Sunday. Very grateful that, so I was staying with a friend and very grateful I got to do that. Oh, he's the sweetest cat. And so I slept, number 10, I slept so good on Sunday. Truly, honestly, it was wonderful. I forget to, that was something else I also done on Sunday. I'm very grateful. I went and picked up, so my sister-in-law let me use, it's some sort of like pink hand foam. But it's for, people use it for like surgical washes. And so I was using that on my foot and I'm going to remember that. And if this ever happens again, I'm going to use it again. So I actually bought more of it and I started on Sunday night. So Sunday night, Monday night, tonight, I'm going to start using it twice a day. It works so quick. And I just thought about how long I've been dealing with my foot. Off and on because I just feel like I miss a day here, I miss a day there, and don't get me wrong, my foot's doing so much better, but it just never fully cleared up. And then I have things happen like number 11, 12, whatever number we're on, it poured on Sunday. I was putting stuff into my car. I was very excited and happy about the rain. I didn't really even mind that I was getting rained on going to my car, but then you have things like that happen, and happens just enough so that my foot doesn't fully recover. I've got to get this done though, because I'm doing the whole challenge thing next month, and so I need it recovered, and I need to start truly working out. So those are my gratitudes for Sunday. Oh my God! And did I give you the updates? So Saturday, did I even do Saturday? A video for Saturday? I think I did. I'll have to check. But if I didn't, I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure. We'll double check that. Because the goat story, this should be actually a number one gratitude. Okay, so we were looking for the buck and the doe. If you've been following my goat saga, I was assisting in rescuing some goats over the last week or so. So I farm sat for a family, and they had sold the goats to where I live on the East Coast. And unfortunately, the buyer did not hold up not ever putting those goats to market. Now, these are goats that are raised for their mohair, their hair. It's similar to wool. They are not dairy goats. They are not meat goats. And so therefore they should never be at auction. So unfortunately, the family, they were sold 5 goats. As the story goes, they went away on vacation. These goats are not used to East Coast weather. And unfortunately, the goats started to get sick. So it was a doe, her 2 young goats, a buck, and what's called a wether, a neutered male goat. And so the family came back. Goats are kind of sick. They treated them for one thing, didn't reach out to the family. Unfortunately, the 2 young goats died in the family's care. But it could have been prevented because it was pneumonia. And so the family could have assisted with IDing that. Instead, what the family did is they gave up the other 3 goats to auction. And someone just blessed their soul, which they happened to post about the goats because they're Angora goats. And yeah, so that started a chain of events where the family was now contacting, got that story about how all that happened with the goats and why they were at auction. And then the search was on to try and locate those 3 remaining goats, the doe, the buck, and the wether. Okay, well, at some point, a day or 2 goes by as we're trying to get the information. They locate one of the buyers. So the doe and the buck were bought by one person and the wether was bought by another. And so they talked to the person who had bought the wether. And on Saturday, we're told that he was no more. Sunday, I get him. So not this past Sunday, but the Sunday prior, I got involved. So you started hearing this on the story. So I reached out to the family. I was like, I'm on the East Coast. What do you need me to do? Like, who do you need me to contact? How can I help? Like, this is honestly really tragic. And, when you know an animal, it becomes personal. So I started assisting the family. And so last week, we were trying to figure out, like, where did they go? What auctions? Mind you, like, we're looking for the doe and the buck at this point. And so eventually I talked to the guy who bought the wether, and he goes, oh, some of the information you guys are going on was misinterpreted. The auction house is Amish, not the other buyer. I recognize the other buyer, but, in face only. He doesn't come around often, which is the same information we got from the auction house. I mean, not that they would give anything out for legal reasons, which I understand, as hard as it made to search, because I did call the auction house too, but he basically just said, he's like, yeah, because I asked, I was like, can you please just pass along my information to the other buyer, and like, the family would like to buy them back. And he goes, yeah, the buyer doesn't come around a lot. So, like, the auction house knew who he was, but they all, like, confirming information that this person just isn't around a lot. And so then we get word from the guy who bought the wether that told us that the wether was no more. He was like, yeah, so the other buyer was a horse dealer. And that changes everything, because horse dealers, I mean, they travel great distances. I mean, so do other people trucking other types of livestock, but like horses. And so I learned so much about goats and horses. And as you guys know, I ride. So like last week also, I'm messaging the person I take riding lessons from, who has grown up. here. I mean, my family moved to this area 20 some years ago, but this guy has been here like almost double that basically. And so I'm asking him, like, what are the auctions in our state? Like, who can I contact? I knew of some of them, but, just wanted to cover my bases. So, like, I'm calling auctions. There was a whole army, a whole village of people that was rising up and, like, going to different auctions looking for these goats. Like, probably all the way from, like, PA down to, I don't know, maybe South Carolina. Maybe even further. I don't know. Those are just the ones that I know of. So everyone's checking auctions and trying to figure out where these goats are. There's a couple people. Now I'm in a group chat trying to locate these goats and, assisting however I can. And then a couple of people from the chat had posted other, like, just socializing of, like, have you seen these goats? And we reviewed. Okay, so now it's Friday, right? It's this past Friday. We reviewed the posts, and one lady had commented, like, oh, is he friendly? Because my daughter fed a goat that looks like him a cookie. And so immediately the family was like, that's our goat. Reached out to the lady, and then confirmed the auction house, called the auction house, and the auction house immediately confirmed by the ear tags, like, yep, those are them. They were through last Saturday. So now we're kind of almost a week late, and we're stressed because, we were told that they were bought by an ethnic buyer, which usually means, it could be Middle Eastern, it could be Hispanic. Both could be plausible for that region. And so they said that they would assist in contacting the buyer. Well, the buyer said that they were gone, but the family, they just were like, no, that can't be right. And I am like 8 minutes away from running out of phone space, so we'll see how many videos we get done tonight. So anyways, so then this is Friday, and so everyone's like, man, like, that's crazy that, we tried so hard and we were hoping for a positive outcome. All of a sudden, like 30 minutes later, the owner of the farm messages in chat, and she goes, Finnan is alive. And we were all so excited. And so Finnan was the buck, but we were told that Mahogany, the girl, was gone. And so we didn't know if gone meant, like, she was processed. We didn't know if gone meant that she died of natural causes. We didn't know if gone meant that she was resold somewhere. And keep in mind, like, the first auction house that they ended up at, the second auction house was only an hour away. Insane. But the fact that we have gone this far, and bless the girls at the auction house, they were willing to go Saturday morning and go get the goat back for us. And we also had someone else in that state who was posed ready to go down and, like, bring the goat back to, like, assist with recovery, etc., right? So Saturday rolls around. It was a little bit later than intended. The girls go, and, then we see pictures, like, they were FaceTiming with the owner of the farm, and so the owner of the farm confirmed, like, yes, that's our goat. Oh my gosh. And so, like, the buyer, bless his soul, was okay and willing to allow us to just purchase the goats back. It turns out it was a halal, a place that processes for halal type meat, which, also just insane to think about. He had mentioned, or somehow it got out, like, the goats they had purchased Saturday, a week prior, had not been processed yet, which that alone is crazy. A lot of times it's just they're gone within the same week, right? And so then all of us in the chat were like, oh, yay, like, oh my gosh, at least we were able to rescue one of the goats. And then Angela, the owner of the farm, said, oh my gosh, Chianti is alive. Chianti, the weather that we were first told was already processed, not here anymore, is in fact alive. And all of us are like, oh my gosh. And then wait, what? So apparently, I guess everyone just frequents this halal guy because or this halal buyer, because two different people, one person bought the doe and the buck and the other person bought the wether. And so the wether was taken to the other auction house. And when we spoke to that person, when he confirmed with the halal guy, because I guess he doesn't speak great English, and so, things potentially get lost in translation or it's hard to discern. He was told that Keontae was gone. And so that's what he told us. So they rescued two of the goats. Everyone's crying. Everyone's like so excited that we were able to save the two goats who should have never been at auction in the first place. On top of that, and so we did learn, unfortunately, that Mahogany, the girl doe, when the halal buyer got them, she was really sick. And so he gave her medicine, and it might have just been too late. What I have learned about Angora goats is that they are incredibly, they have very strong familial ties. And so they get very stressed when they're away from their herd or like those ties. And so I think the combination of seeing her daughters pass away, then being gone to auction, then being transported to a second auction. And mind you, Finnan and Keontae have lost a ton of weight. They have health problems that they are like now working through, and it's going to be a recovery time period, quite a bit of months for them to get back to where they were. So auction houses, they can be, stress alone can be very hard on animals. So thankful that we were able to get back two of the goats. It's just unnecessary loss of life, but very thankful for that. There is going to be, if you so feel called, or just felt moved by this story, or maybe you had a similar experience, which I definitely feel for you, there is going to be a fundraiser to help support the goats and getting them back to health. So I will have that. It's going to be a GoFundMe. I will have that in the comments if anyone feels called to donate. I'll be donating, whether it's today or tomorrow, depending on how much time between these videos I'm going to donate myself, because animals deserve our care. And I personally looked after these goats, so I do feel like connected in that way. But I have probably 4 minutes left. I'll see if we can do a message, or maybe it'll give me some more time. So anyways, the message of the day, and this is going to be a little bit more biblical in nature, but and I'll explain why. So my message of the day is, he leaves the 99 to find the one. I just, I'm still processing emotionally everything that happened last year. There was a lot that happened last year, and I have just been, for those of you like that might be new here, I am religious, but I would say that my relationship is more personal in nature. And whether you believe in God or not, or other things, I do think that there's just, everything is connected energetically. And so I've been really having a hard time. And so I've just been like talking to God about like what am I supposed to do with this? Like, it's been quite a while, and I just feel like I'm just in my feels a lot. And like, can you like show me what I'm supposed to be feeling? Show me where I'm supposed to be going, etc., etc. And then all of a sudden this goat situation happened, and I was like, okay, I'm going to assist, because like, one, I personally know the family. I know the goats. They're just such good, loving, caring people. And watching how they just did not stop. Like, they were not going to stop until they knew the exact outcome for every single one of their goats. And it just made me think like, wow, like that's really what a good shepherd is. A good, like, just the devotion, the care, the consistency of that devotion and care, and just really the pursuance, right? And I remember like getting a little emotional, because I remember getting the message that we found one of Finnan alive, And then that popped into my head. Like, I got a message, and he said, like, and he leaves the 99. And then I completed the statement for myself to save the one. And I just felt like God at the same time was also telling me, like, you're the one, like, I am pursuing you. Like, this is an example of, like, what a good shepherd is. And just, this is what I want for you. And this is what I'm doing for you, even though it just feels like it's chaotic and like there's a ton going on and that you don't necessarily feel supported, but like, this is what I'm doing for you. And it just was like so emotional for me. Yeah, so it was like getting 2 prayers in one, because I was also, praying about the goats and like really just, and the fact that the family, they are religious, they also prayed, and they prayed for a sign. One of the girls picking up the goats, her name was Faith. And just how beautiful, and just to see everyone come together, and just how people did not stop, how much just random people all came together across the entire US to help find these goats and to make sure that they were taken care of. That is the message. Let's do our affirmations really quick. Number 1, as always, I'm divinely guided and supported. Thank you. I can ask for help whenever I need it. With gratitude, I humbly ask for help today. Number 2, I love myself deeply, fully, and completely. Number 3, I am taken care of. I will not stress. Everything is being worked out for my ultimate good. Number 4, I am healed, happy, and healthy. I allow myself to be all these things and receive my deepest desires and live my dream life. Number 5, sleep is my divine practice. Deep, refreshing, peaceful, healing, soul refreshing sleep is available to me each and every night. I claim it tonight and every night. Number 6, I've chosen so much better for myself. I am loved, nourished, cared for, supported. Number 7 for the day. Everything is already worked out for my ultimate good. I can just be in my joy, fun, and receiving. Number 8. What a beautiful day to be alive. Let's claim a day, our experiences. Appreciate the fact we are powerfully co-creating this current experience. And, recognize that we can powerfully co-create more of what we want. Number 9 for the day. Breathe easily and deeply in the sanctuary of bliss, peace, and protection where I powerfully reside. And 10 for the day. I'm always looked after. No matter if I can sense that or not. I'm protected. But that is all for today, guys. Oh, I'm so excited. You have no idea. We found the goats. We found the 2. We're able to rescue them and just bless everyone who helps. And just, wow. Like, you hear about these things happening. It's another thing to witness step by step how incredibly powerful coming together in community is. Make sure you lean on your community. Make sure you ask. Like, there's nothing wrong with asking and getting support. And if someone's asking, like, treat them with respect. Like, help them. Let's all help one another and ensure that situations like this, have favorable outcomes in the future. But anyways, I will make sure to put the link below. I will have the link for all of the, probably a few videos going forward until the funds are raised. So again, if you feel called to donate, thank you so much. But hopefully you guys are having a great night. I'm going to get the other videos up. You're going to get 3, probably 2 today and then 2 tomorrow. I'd need to apparently clean up my phone. But I love you guys. What are you grateful for? What are you affirming? How are you doing? I'll answer comments soon. Love you. Bye.